Oh, that was weird. It took like a second for the thing to start up there. All right, let's go. Oh, I got a little red light already. That's good. Hang on, let's see. Yeah, baby. That's Sylvie. Hello. Welcome, welcome. Why is there like a kind of weird looking Chinese character at the beginning of what you typed? Hang on. What the heck just happened to my music? Hang on. My sound just went. No, hang on. Let me see if I can get a. Did you see the picture I sent it? I sent it over in WhatsApp. Right where you said hello. Yeah, there's a weird. Isn't that weird?
That word usually is for that word usually it's not really a word. It's a symbol that refers to translate. Why would you need to translate hello?
I have no idea.
It doesn't appear on my side.
Okay. It doesn't show up on my my sheep chat thing either. Mm-hmm. It's so weird, right? Mm-hmm.
So the boys are about to walk on.
What to work on? What?
The boys are about to walk on.
I can't understand you.
The boys are about to walk on.
Oh. I was very confused, you know. Hello and welcome. This is Kevin, also known as AWOL, and we're back with this is, I think, day 4 of working on this project. Mind you, the first day was split between another project, whatever. Just got this little beginning thing, but we'll call it day 4, where I'm working on a phone bag, and so far it's looking pretty cool. I got this kind of scooched up a little bit so we can continue adding to it, and we'll see how far we can get and talk about all kinds of random things, I'm sure. I am joined tonight by my lovely wife, Mandy. And yeah, kind of started on this thing. I should put some glasses on. So it's a very unusual asymmetrical design we're working on. Makes it a little bit dodgy. If I didn't do these kind of patterns as much as I've done it, I could see where there'd be a lot of room for mistake. But so far, I kind of have a grasp on this, so it's pretty cool. So this bracelet or this bag kind of shows the example of why I like messing with rainbows so much versus doing a fade. When you do a fade, you can go from dark to light the way this does, but then where that fade ends is a sudden harsh contrast between the darkest and the lightest. You get this big shocking thing, which can be cool. I mean, that's for this bag, it's a very striking, very beautiful, whatever. But when you do a rainbow, you could, whether it's 8, 10, 16 colors, whatever you choose, it's a continual flow. And if done right, there's no like sudden jarring color clash. And I love that. I think that's like so much fun. These colors are fun. It's kind of a bit like fire. We're finishing up the short row that I left it with from last week, and then we'll get back into doing the bigger row. Oh, we've jumped up to, wait, there's 5 views. How many people? We got 1 person. Why is it? It says there's only 1 person watching. Did we lose Sylvie?
Hmm? Yes, we lost her. Maybe internet issues.
Hopefully she comes back. Oh, cool. That's really weird. It says there's only one person watching, and Mandy counts as one. You count as another.
It still
But
says that?
yeah, still says there's only one. Oh, now it went up to 2. It only just went up to 2 on my side. I like how this area here just seems so big. The width of the design itself or whatever just seems huge. Well, that reminds me, I need to cut string for the strap to this bag.
Yep.
Can't remember where I put the rest of the string. Oops.
And it's going to be a long one, so it'll take me a while.
Yeah. It now says we have 4 viewers. Hello, other people. By the way, did the vertical stream work?
Okay. Nope.
Weird. I don't know if Sylvie, if you saw it, but over on Discord and the other thing, this week there won't be really any streaming going on, members or otherwise, until Saturday night, and we're going to try to have the stream next week. We're going to try to do this again on Saturday night at the normal time. The only problem is Mandy has a work thing that's going to take us out and away from home, and I don't know how strong the Wi-Fi will be and whether or not it's capable of doing a stream on the go. But we're going to try for it. So I'm kind of working on the logistics. Do I bring the tripod or do I bring an easel? Do I, how is it going to work? There's a whole lot of questionable parts to the whole thing, but it should be kind of exciting because I've often said that it'd be fun to mix travel with the knots, and this will be a test to see whether or not that's even capable. So next week should be fun. Well, I'm even planning on doing like an intro to the video to kind of show like where we are and what's going on. So next week should be a lot of fun if it all works right. That is, again, in the past we've had trouble with Wi-Fi, we've had trouble with internet. So I don't want to get too much hype for something I have so little control over. Should be a lot of fun.
No wins.
Huh? What? Center one?
No wins. Yes.
That was fast. So that makes it what? 23? 24? What was the
Wins.
wins on the AP thing in a row?
31.
I thought he already had one. Like, doesn't it make it 32 or something? Like, I thought, whatever, it's still going to be nobody to beat that for a
Djokovic had
while.
30 and 31. So
Right,
Sinner
okay.
got 30, and this is his 31st, I think. So if he wins the final, then he's overtaken.
Yeah, it's so crazy. I wonder at just 3 hours each week how long this thing is going to take. Being on the fourth week kind of like makes me feel like it's going to take a while. I thought it was going to go much faster than this because it does seem a little bit smaller than some of the other projects we've done. But these things take time, I guess. I guess for, yeah. I just somehow thought it would go faster than this. I've done some very easy patterns here in the past on even smaller bags, and they went like, they're so quick. All right. Now we can rotate this. Oh, we should get the link together for the new floss that we just got. Because I'm going to imagine that a few people here might really want to try out this new floss. It so far from what I can tell, it's thicker than most of the stuff that I've used, but it's really cool. It glows in the dark. So we just got this in from AliExpress, and it does glow. It is pretty neat. I'm going to, in the next couple days, work out a bracelet for Mandy, possibly one for myself as well. Kind of haven't figured out what pattern for myself, but Mandy's getting a pattern that looks like this. So kind of so much light kind of bounce off that gray funny. But yeah. So yeah, we already picked out Mandy's pattern, and it should be really cool. It's really fun stuff. Oh, that's what's.
Oh, I forgot to ask you, did we get the correct number of stains or sets?
Did we get the correct number of what for what?
For the doing it up?
Did we get enough to do stuff?
Did we get the
I don't
correct
know.
number?
Like, as in quantity?
Yes.
I don't know. I haven't figured out what to make with it, so how could I know how many I need?
No. And to check off that we received it, did we receive what we ordered?
Oh, I don't know what we ordered.
That's why I'm asking you, what did we get?
Oh. Mm. Hang on. I will pull out the baggie that I got. There was like so the colorful ones, there was 2 sets of all of the colors. There were 2 sets of the white ones, and there was 1 set of the variegated.
Okay, so it's correct.
It's
So
just
now I
there's
can mark
enough. I've got music playing and Mandy, but Mandy's sound for some odd reason as it comes through is coming through like a blown speaker kind of sound. You know, like when your speaker's kind of gone to shit and you try to pump too much volume through it, it sounds like that. So I'm sure it's English. I'm just really struggling on like certain words just are not coming through very clear for me. Yeah,
Maybe because I'm an imposter.
it's true. My wife, the imposter. Yeah, they're a little weird. If they vibrate too hard, they like that my temple thing. Yeah, I don't think Mandy can plug in a mic unless. See, it's not just me. Yeah, same. Well, she does have headphones right now, but like, I don't know why it's sounding weird. We can put some filters on, maybe play with it. It won't matter for the next 2 streams though. But we can mess with the stuff. That was so long ago too. Like 15 years ago.
Yeah, exactly. I had to turn off the Bluetooth on my phone. Messages and stuff keep pausing my music. It tries to connect to both the computer and the phone at the same time. And then when stuff happens, it just gets stupid.
Yeah, I was just telling Mandy earlier that when it comes to a max organization for like their settings and stuff, I always get super confused. Like, could not just do the basics, but yeah. It was like they decided they didn't want to copy the other people's things, so they went out of their way to make everything weird. A minute question: have you been watching like the like more recent videos, the June videos and stuff? I've just noticed that a lot of the videos have been viewed. I'm just curious. Well, we have a new uh, member, but I haven't seen them like in a stream or anything yet. Right. Yeah. Somebody else then is watching all the rest of the other news things. Oh, then maybe it is you. Right. Right. Yeah. Could be it. Right. And I have no idea what it does for time steps on the videos that aren't made public yet. Right. Right. So, thinking of things that happened this week. Um, I've said in the past where I need coffee to make a coffee. A little while back here, I was getting ready to make Mandy's tea, which I was being nice and doing this before my own coffee. And I suddenly had this moment of, oh, wait, I need to fill up the reservoir with water. Like, oh man, that was close. I almost messed it up with letting the machine run dry, which I'm sure is no good for the machine. But I felt like really clever in that moment that like, see, I almost forgot something important. Ha 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 ha. Now I push the start button and I'm kind of looking around the room like, is there anything else I need to do? Like I could be doing while I'm waiting for this cup to fill? And like, I can't think of anything. And I look back over towards the general where the machine is, and I see a dark color fluid starting to fill up the tray that the coffee machine sits in. And I'm like, what the? Oh, so I remembered to add water to the machine, but I forgot to put a cup underneath it so that way it would collect the tea as the machine was making it. Yeah. So everything got a nice cleanup job. And, uh, at least I didn't like walk away. It wasn't like the whole cup poured out. I did capture at least a third, maybe a half of the cup. This is kind of neat. So where it comes in this side, these two things are coming in really close and like side by side. And then this side, it's super wide before it is coming in kind of slow. It's so cool. It's so different. Yeah. I tell you what, it's kind of scarred me. Like the last few days of making coffee, like I'm double, triple checking everything. I've seen the Mandela things. I think it's sort of cool. But instead of, for me, if you start there, you can end up with a flat thing that you can hang on the wall or whatever. That's fine. But if you bring it up and you try to make it into a bag, I don't know what to do with the loose strings that end up at the top. I've tried it once, made a bag for Mandy that is like the two sides are different in color. But yeah, we just end up with like a bunch of little strands of string going in all different directions, and it just kind of looks a little sloppy. I don't know. I still like the bag overall, but so I like going the other direction, starting at the top, working my way down, and then making a fancy pattern for the base. I think it looks cooler. Oh, and so next week, like I was saying, like, so it's going to be a really interesting stream. It's also the first time I'll be streaming from my laptop, which has me all kinds of nervous and wondering how that's even going to turn out. I won't have some of the cool things like the chat on stream and that's kind of stuff. I don't think. I don't know. It's going to be really weird. I should probably test. Maybe I will do a short stream somewhere early on and try it out. Yeah, that starts next Thursday. We're leaving here Thursday. So we will. Right. But yeah, I gotta try out the laptop and see if that's even gonna connect. Yeah, and I'm pretty much like, it's a place. Maybe I'll find something cool there. Yeah, but so this is a work thing that we're doing essentially. So it's not quite all the fun and games that it would be if we were just on a vacation. So there's that. And then there's the whole like we're not actually staying anywhere in Japan. We're there for a day trip. I'm going to work. I'm going to record videos. I'm still doing stuff. Um, but each stop is like you get there in the morning, like, and we're not early morning people. You get there in the morning and like, unless you're parked up at the dock, you have to wait for the little boat thing to shuttle you across, which is always a joy. I hate it. Yes, it's very flexible. But then, so we get into onto shore, and it's either you go with the rest of a tour group that gets kind of booked in advance, or you end up like constantly looking at your watch to make sure that you're back in time because you don't want to get left behind, right? So that's like a thing. For me, that's just ADHD stress. Like the fact that you get out and you're like, okay, you have to be back at a certain time. We went on a ship that took us to Thailand, and we have a tradition when we go to Thailand, we get a tattoo. And I got my tattoo, and then suddenly realized it was getting close to being kind of late, and we needed a ride to get to the jetty, and we spent most of our money on the tattoo. The guy almost was like not going to take us for the price of what we had left. It was a nightmare. It was absolutely terrifying to me.
Our tattoo artist is really cool though. He helped us bargain the price down.
Yeah. 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 Anxiety is always a great story time tell adventures. Yeah. What tattoos did we get that trip? Was that my
Mm,
semicolon one?
maybe. This could be
And
my
this one,
chili padi.
right?
That was the last one we did there, right?
Yeah.
When did we do the mooncake and Kevin?
Yeah, we had a lot more time that time.
Right.
Mooncake and Kevin.
Mm-hmm.
Mine's Kevin. Kevin's got the cookies.
Kevin. It's Kevin without the vowels.
I don't know. I think port, like the area where the port is always kind of in a place that's like nothing else was really working out there. We might as well make it a thing. Like even Singapore's ports are sort of yeah, that's gonna be lots of fun adventures. Yeah, just even talking about it has got me all angst up now. Like seriously, I'm gonna get myself fucking lost. Get on the goddamn wrong train, end up in nowhereville. Yeah, that doesn't sound fun at all. I had Mandy try to put some of the landmarks in on the map that you were saying were places to go and see or whatever. I tried looking at the map. I couldn't find the stuff. I don't know. All I know is next Saturday should be an interesting stream. Yeah, don't spell it out because that's the kind of stuff that YouTube doesn't like seeing in chat. What was the thing we just saw the other day where somebody stepped out in front of an aircraft?
Oh,
Where was that at?
I don't remember now.
Yeah, I don't remember either. Maybe. Person jumped the fence, got onto the runway in time for the aircraft to.
Yeah, Denver.
It was Denver. Yeah. Yeah, well, healthcare is expensive. You got homing issues. No, not always, but there are some places where it's kind of bad. Yeah, I've seen that one. Or the one where they're trying to do the pose where they're like leaning out of the train and then they catch a sign or something. Eh.
The Sri Lankan.
Yeah, that was one of them. Yep. Yeah, I don't. That's just tragic. Yeah, I can't watch videos where people are doing dangerous things or failing at doing a thing that they try, like skateboarding and falling, or rollerblading and trying to do a flip and falling and stuff. I get like my muscles tense up like all the way through my like abs, up my back and stuff. I just nope. I have no interest in watching it. Or like those Russian kids that jump from building to building. You know, it's like parkour stuff, but over death-defying things. Like nope, nope. I don't need to see that. That reminds me of a story. Back when I was like 17, 18. No, it's probably 18. Um, went to a guy's house, went to like this girl's house. There was a couple of kids there. They had taken a small car that could hold a AAA battery in it and like hooked to the wheel, like using a screw. They had like a guitar string, a really thin guitar string that connected to it. And then by getting the car's motor to go, the guitar string would pulsate, and they were just giving each other tattoos. I mean, they couldn't have been 15 years old or so, and they weren't really good artists, but they were having the time of their lives, man. Like asked if I could draw stuff, and like my favorite thing was like this heart with a sword going through it and blood dripping down the blade, and they thought that was the most awesome thing. And yep, they tattooed it. I mean, the kids got stored. Yeah, I wince pretty hard. I'm a wimp about that. You freak me out. Don't know. I don't know. I think the whole there was a genre where Jackass kind of came in and just tried to be as outrageous as possible because it made them a lot of money. They had movies doing stupid things, got them paid. Even Steve-O still shows up places and talking the stories of what went on, his various adventures. He still makes money from it. He's got like a podcast where he goes around with a van talking to people. The only reason anybody even listens to him is because they remember that he was insane. Well, I guess still is. There's they don't do the crazy stunts anymore. They've outgrown that, but he's still famous, still getting paid. That was his only real claim to fame. I don't think he missed much. Just kind of quietly over here working on the knots. What was the other thing I said we had to do? Possibly soon.
Me?
Earlier in the stream, there was something I said we needed to do. You remember?
Oh, Kubi.
Ah,
Strap. You need to cut string so I can make the kumi for the strap.
yep. If I don't write these things down, I'll never remember it. I have quite the list built up. Okay. Thanks for hanging out with us. Uh, have a good night. Bye-bye. Actually, I need to take a quick pause for the cause. I will be right back. Where's my be right back? There it is. I will be right back. I am back. Oh, good. Glad that your Mandela thing worked out. A lot of redacted soda onto the big bottle of water. Get the cool sushi. Get the cool. The cool sushi. He sneaked away. I looked up and there was a Mandy will be right back. I was very surprised.
I'm back.
You came back. I think I'm all out of aspirin or Panadol over here. I don't suppose I could talk my wife into bringing me a thing of Panadol.
Okay.
Starting to get this like headache, sort of up in the temple area. I have no idea why. I forgot your headphone is the mic. I'm like, how is I can hear the drawer sliding? Like that seems weird.
2 hours later.
That was so weird. Why did I hear it double?
I only heard it once.
That's so weird. It's like I had the monitor and the thing that goes to the web on at the same time, so I got both. So we did all that in 2 hours? That seems really good. Cool. So long as it's going up, being broadcasted out the right way, that's fine. Cool. How did my new craft get out of here without even making us go on to the food topics?
Good point.
We'll probably have to buy bread this week, so that way Ray has something to make for Dad's breakfasts.
He's so quiet.
I know, right? What's going on? Sylvie's busy making cool flower things.
Where's Rainbow?
Weird what?
Where's Rainbow?
I know, right? I was wondering. Maybe she's taking advantage of the long weekend. She got off early on Friday and doesn't have to go in on Monday.
Right.
Yeah. Wonder if I can get all the way around with this row. I kind of doubt it. Because it's the longer one. It's the 5 knots. I'm trying. This thing's pretty cool. Well, it says there's 3 people here. I wonder who number 3 is. I haven't looked over at the thing in a while, so I didn't know. Could be just string things lurking. Could be rainbow lurking, really. And now there's 4 people. Hello, people. Having a slightly quiet night as we try to pack on the rose onto this bag. It's a fade of 6 colors going from a dark, deep dark red down to this light yellow. I love the color combination personally. Oh, it's back to 3. Oh, I think the dashboard should be the most accurate place to see how many people, but could be wrong. Now it's down to 2. Our lurkers didn't like getting called out. Mm-hmm. It should be more accurate. The dashboard is kind of linked to the whole, like, how many people are watching, how much money will get paid. It should be the most accurate. I've seen cases where it's not. Like earlier when it said there was only one person watching, that was a lie. But I don't know. It seems to me that it should be more accurate, at least. We're back to 3 viewers. I wonder if it's one person that's having trouble or if it's different people coming in and checking things out. Right. So I see like a chart, like a graph like thing that shows how many people have been on during the whole course of the whole stream. So it's a lot of jagged up and down lines going up and down. Tells you how many there are currently there. Tells me what the chat rate is currently. Like the more you guys chat, the higher the chat rate, which is sort of like a good thing. It tells me how many views there has been. So if like a person comes in, watches for a few minutes, and then leaves, that counts as a view. So it tells me how many views. And there is the average view duration. So depending on how long people have been hanging out, affects the view duration there. Above that, there is the window that shows me this actual stream. I can actually see what's going out as far as the pictures and stuff. And then on the far right hand side, there is the whole chat, which that's pretty cool. Then I can change, I can go to viewer activity, which isn't really showing me anything. I go to stream health, but it says it's excellent. I can go to shopping, which allows me to tag items if like if I'm using something and I want to tag the item and show you guys like, hey, you know, this clipboard is really cool or whatever. There's a spot for that. So it's kind of helpful. It's sort of interesting. It's sort of plain. It's not real fancy. It's not worth getting a channel for, that's for sure. Sure. I have to keep rotating it around to get to like the area to work on it. And then get all the string that I'm not working on out of my way. So much string. This little space over here where it kind of these come together just seems so different than anything that we've done with these other patterns. Kind of interesting. Hey, we're up to 5 people. Hello and welcome. Additional people. As soon as I say it, it drops to 4. That's hilarious. Yeah, I don't think we're going to make it all the way around. I think we're hitting around the halfway point. And we've got like 20 minutes left. It's okay. We made a lot of progress here tonight. I feel pretty good about it. I'll need to figure out what is going to happen next week if the streaming quality is not good. Obviously, I don't want to subject you guys to something like that. And we'll have to decide whether or not I still continue even though I'm not on the stream, or we kind of lose track of how much time that it takes to make this because we are not doing the normal 3 hours. So yeah, we'll have to figure out contingency plans and such. I haven't heard this song in ages. Lots of work to be done. No place to hang out the washings. And can't blame all on the sun. Oh, we're gonna rock down to Electric Cabin. And then we'll take it higher. And we'll rock down to working so hard like a soldier. Um, it so far I don't know if I get stressed too much, a little bit maybe. But like to do all the things that I do, to be able to reach over and hit a button that says "Don't break the coven" like that. Like I had to learn a lot of technical stuff to be able to make that happen. Um, so yeah, I have like a little pad where I can do the "I'm not myself." Um, so I had to learn how to set that thing up and get the overlays to work, make the overlays, do that kind of stuff. I had to learn how to um, well, the camera that we're seeing down here, this is not the first camera. The first camera was a GoPro, but the GoPro was making people get seasick. I didn't realize that was like, oh, I thought the GoPro would be good because it was like could go really wide when I was working on something very, very big, like the big project was 1.6 meters across. So the GoPro seemed like the perfect fit because it could do really wide and we could like zoom around, we do stuff with it. But every time my hands came into frame and then left, it would change its focus level. So it was making people get kind of seasick from watching it. So we had to trade out that camera. Um, the the replacement camera was okay. It would do 1080p all right. It would do 1080p okay, but we were trying to film in 4K, and if you did 4K on it for anything more than like 20, 30 minutes, it would overheat and suddenly the screen would go black. So then another camera came into to play. Like there's so many things to learn and so many different things to work on and so many things to make it make sense. Like I had to come up with a thing right here where it shows what I'm listening to because um, sometimes I'm like bopping my head and people are like, why is he bopping his head? Well, because I'm listening to music while we're doing it. And now you have a chance to see what it is and possibly comment on the fact that, oh, I like that. That's Golden Earring. Like they weren't just a one hit wonder. They had two songs. The Twilight Zone was one of them. And of course I've already forgotten what the other one was. What was Radar Love. Radar Love. That was their other song. I knew there was two. Um, but yeah, there's a lot of like computer ended things that are like absolutely like crazy. Like if my computer stopped and I had to start over from scratch, there are so many pieces to put back together. It's almost ridiculous. Like there are so many things. It's very it's complicated. Like the number of things just to make the stream work is complicated. And like I'm trying really hard to be able to stream both the regular horizontal version and the right the I'm trying to make it so I can stream vertically like phones, which would kind of limit like everything on the sides would be gone. But for some reason it's not working. And kind of bummed about that. Like we've had some special effects in some of the videos. I had a bag where I did this cool little intro to talk about how the bag came about. And then I turned the bag around. I sort of was holding it like this, talking about it. And when I turned it up, um, it had the making video inside of it. And then the camera zoomed into that and revealed the whole making part of the video. Things like that, like those added creative effects are fun. But I didn't want to make it the whole channel too gimmicky or whatever. So I don't really do it a lot. But like learning how to do that stuff is a lot of fun for me. So like I said, one of the things I'd like to be able to do is to travel with this. The 1000th video, I made a bracelet down at the same park where I proposed to my wife. And that was a lot of fun. That was, you know, I want to be able to do some more things like that where I kind of show parts of Singapore off. I kind of have the stuff to do it. I just need to try to find good times to do it. We've been having a lot of rain here lately, so not real good for having a laptop out in the wild. So yeah. People live in competition. I just do have my piece of. Yeah, I can't even tell you all the other things I had to learn about. I had to learn about sound qualities and how to apply filters to the sound so that way you can't hear the air conditioner and the fan that's running in the room. I had to learn a lot of stuff. Let's do that. Yeah, I had to learn an awful lot. It's a lot of work. There was a lot of long time of making videos and not making any money because I didn't have 4,000 watch hours. I'd had the 1,000 subscribers, but then when it came to the watch hours, there was almost a year of really hustling and trying to put out good videos just to where I could get YouTube to pay me anything. And even now, I don't make much from YouTube's ads. Kind of unfortunate, but true. It basically it's paying for the string. Most of my earnings probably goes towards the string, and then like we just got a new camera to go with the laptop. Like that was expensive. The web page where I keep all the patterns for people and all that stuff that takes away from it. And like I said, there's been over 1,000 videos. Like that's a lot of content to come up with. It's okay. I was quiet. I'm in a rush to get to the very end of this row, which is basically this last little bit right here, which is blowing my mind that we're going to get it to it. Even if we hear from SpongeBob, it's all right. We're going to finish this little spot. There might be a stream tomorrow. I'm thinking that's probably the best time to try out the laptop. But it won't be long, and I probably won't make anything. It'll just be testing all the stuff. Better to do it now than wait till our trip. Right on.
AWOL, you have to get to Bikini Bottom and help Sandy. She got her strings in a bunch again.
That's the sound that says that it's 1 a.m. We made it. There it is. The last of this row. I did it. Amazing. So cool. Before I go, I do want to thank my YouTube members who make this stuff possible. Their contributions makes up for the fact that I don't get that much from the ads. If you want to become a member, it's real easy. It's the join button down by subscribe, and it makes a world of difference. So I would really appreciate it. Plus, you get a lot of perks, hangouts, discounts at the shop. The hangout, the little smiley face thing, lots of stuff. So yeah, check that out. I think that's about it for this week. We'll be back next week. Hopefully, we're gonna test some Wi-Fi, see how well we can stream it. So we'll see how that goes. We probably won't have a Mandy cam, but she'll be here with us, and it should be a lot of fun, guys. I really think so. All right, so where's my button? Oh, there it is. All right, thanks for watching, and as always, don't get your strings in a bunch.